Imagine waking up every day with a deep sense of inner calm, a tranquility that nothing from the outside world can disturb. No matter the criticism, the chaos, or the challenges that come your way, there is an unwavering peace within you. This isn't some far-off dream. It's a state of mind you can cultivate, a peace that begins with you, not with the circumstances around you. The Buddha's wisdom offers profound guidance on how to build this unshakable peace. He said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." These simple yet powerful words reveal the essence of true peace. It is not something to be found outside of ourselves, but something that we create and nurture within our own hearts and minds. When we look outside for peace, whether in material success, praise from others, or a life free from difficulty, we set ourselves up for disappointment. The truth is, peace is not something to chase. It is something to allow and embrace. To cultivate inner peace, we must begin by developing mindfulness, the ability to be present in each moment without judgment. Mindfulness helps us observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. Instead of reacting impulsively to the storm of thoughts or situations that arise, we learn to respond with clarity and calm. Through mindfulness, we begin to see that our thoughts and feelings are not permanent. They come and go like passing clouds in the sky. This realization helps us detach from the chaos within and around us, creating a space of serenity. Alongside mindfulness, meditation is a powerful tool to anchor ourselves in peace. In the stillness of meditation, we learn to quiet the mind and return to the present moment. As we sit in silence, we begin to understand that peace is not something to be achieved, but something to be experienced. It is the natural state of our being, waiting for us to return to it. It is also essential to cultivate compassion and gratitude. Compassion allows us to soften our hearts towards others and ourselves, dissolving resentment and anger that can disrupt our peace. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, fostering contentment and acceptance. In every situation, whether it's a stressful day at work or a personal struggle, we have the choice to either let ourselves be overwhelmed or to return to our inner peace. The more we practice these tools, mindfulness, meditation, compassion, and gratitude, the more we strengthen our ability to remain anchored in serenity no matter what life throws at us. This inner peace doesn't mean that life becomes perfect or free from challenges. It simply means that we have the strength to face whatever comes with calmness and clarity. It means that, no matter the storm outside, we remain rooted in our own sense of peace. With each step, we build resilience, creating an unshakable foundation of peace that guides us through the chaos of life. A clear goal is like a guiding star when life faces challenges. Just as a map directs a traveler, a goal helps you stay on course despite storms and adversity. When you define your life's purpose, it becomes an irreplaceable source of strength, helping you remain persistent and courageous in the face of difficulties. Imagine a captain steering a ship through a fierce storm. Despite the crashing waves and howling winds, the captain remains steady. His unwavering determination comes from trusting the compass and the course he has charted. That compass never fails as long as he remains patient and trusts it. Similarly, your life's goal is like that compass. No matter how many obstacles or challenges you encounter, if you keep your eyes on your goal, you will never lose your way. In every moment of struggle, you will know where you are and what steps to take next. When you focus on your goals, you can overcome any challenge that comes your way. A goal keeps you motivated, pushing you forward, even when you face setbacks or obstacles. If you reaffirm your goal every morning, not only will it help you maintain your drive, but it will also build your confidence in your ability to conquer whatever difficulties come your way. In life, everyone faces difficult challenges. However, only those with clear goals can overcome them. People without goals often lose direction easily, getting overwhelmed by difficulties without knowing how to move forward. But when you have a goal, you'll realize that no matter how fierce the storms, you can always find a way to keep moving forward. So, don't forget to take a few minutes every morning to remind yourself of your goal. This will not only help you take control of your life, but it will also be an invaluable source of strength to help you overcome any challenges. Remember, Your goal is the light that guides you through the long journey, the motivation that keeps you going, no matter how rough the road may be. The feeling of confidence and resilience, knowing you can't be easily defeated, is one of the sweet fruits you'll reap from staying focused on your goals. When you have a clear goal in mind, challenges become mere turning points, not obstacles. You'll realize that every difficulty carries a valuable lesson, and these lessons will help you grow, become stronger, and bring you closer to your goal. Imagine you are an athlete preparing for an important competition. Every time you fall, every time you fail, you don't give up because you know that success only comes to those who persist and refuse to quit. You can see yourself at the peak of glory in your mind, and that image drives you to keep pushing forward. A clear goal also helps you prioritize in life. As life becomes more complicated and relationships, work, and other responsibilities start to pile up, you'll find that only when you have a clear goal can you distinguish what truly matters from what doesn't. This focus helps you save time, energy, and attention for what truly matters, instead of getting distracted by small, insignificant things that don't bring lasting value. There will definitely be days when things seem bleak, when you feel tired and want to give up. But this is exactly when you need to remember your goal. These difficult moments are opportunities to test your perseverance and determination. It's in these challenges that you will forge your inner strength and resilience, qualities that will carry you farther in life. When you have a goal, you will also learn to accept failure. Failure is not the end, but a part of the success process. Every time you stumble, you can reassess and adjust your direction. The lessons learned from failure will make you better and stronger. Without a goal, failure can easily discourage you and make you want to quit. But when you know where you're headed and have a clear goal waiting ahead, you'll see that failure is just a necessary turning point on the path to success. What's important is that you need to know exactly what you want and persistently work toward that goal every day. Make sure that your goal aligns with your values and life aspirations. A goal is not just an endpoint. It's also the process of experiencing, learning, and growing each day. So, every time a new day begins, take a few moments to remind yourself of your goal, of why you are walking this path. This will help you stay motivated, resist temptations, and build the strength to overcome any challenge. Your goal is the light that guides you forward, the endless source of energy that keeps you moving ahead. Life is a long journey with many challenges, but if you know your goal and persistently pursue it, you will never feel lost. Always remember, the road may be long and rugged, but once you have a clear goal and a firm grasp of the map, you will always find the right and steady path ahead. The pain we experience often has less to do with the situations we face and more with how we react to them. The world may throw insults, criticism, or adversity our way, but it's our response that truly shapes our suffering. Imagine if, instead of allowing anger or frustration to consume you, you simply chose not to take things personally. By mastering your reactions, you can become untouchable, impervious to the negativity that others may project. Buddha taught us an invaluable lesson when he said, "You will not be punished for your anger, but by it." These words hold a deep truth. It is not the external circumstances that harm us, but the internal turmoil we create by reacting impulsively. When we let our emotions dictate our actions, we unknowingly invite suffering into our lives. But by cultivating the ability to pause, reflect, and choose how we respond, we can free ourselves from this cycle of pain. Imagine, for a moment, that you are facing criticism or a harsh remark. Instead of immediately reacting with defensiveness or anger, you take a deep breath. You feel the tension rise, but you pause. You imagine the negativity as a physical force, but instead of allowing it to touch you, it bounces off you like a shield. In that moment, you regain control. You are no longer at the mercy of the situation, but the master of your own reactions. There's a beautiful story of a monk who, when insulted by someone, simply smiled and replied, "Your words are a gift I choose not to accept." This simple yet profound response is a perfect example of mastering your reactions. The monk didn't take offense, didn't internalize the negativity. Instead, he acknowledged the words without allowing them to affect his peace of mind. He chose not to accept the anger or insult directed at him. keeping his inner peace intact. The key to becoming untouchable lies not in avoiding life's challenges, but in how we approach them. When you realize that your power lies in your ability to choose your reactions, you become invincible. Life will always present obstacles, but you have the choice to rise above them, untouched by their negative influence. By mastering this art of response, you will not only protect your peace, but you'll also gain strength and clarity to navigate any storm with grace. Insults are often more about the person delivering them than they are about you. When someone hurls harsh words or insults your way, it's a reflection of their own inner turmoil, not your worth. Instead of getting caught in the tide of anger or retaliation, take a step back. In that moment, you have the opportunity to practice grace, patience, and emotional resilience. Consider the story of Buddha, who faced countless insults throughout his life. One day, a traveler, filled with anger, threw mud at him. Instead of reacting with hostility, Buddha simply smiled and calmly said, "You've shown your nature, and now I'll show mine." His response wasn't one of defensiveness or resentment, but one of profound wisdom. In the face of negativity, he chose to maintain his inner peace and responded with grace, revealing the true strength of his character. This story holds a powerful lesson. When someone insults you, they are revealing more about themselves than about you. Their words come from their own struggles, insecurities, or frustrations. When you respond with calmness, patience, and understanding, you rise above the negativity. You choose not to engage with the mud they throw at you, but instead remain grounded in your own peace and dignity. In such moments, instead of allowing the insult to shape your mood or your actions, you can use it as an opportunity to show the world your true nature. Responding with grace not only protects your inner peace, but also demonstrates emotional maturity and strength. It's an act of self-mastery to not let the words or actions of others disturb your sense of worth. In a world where insults are often thrown freely, choosing to rise above them and respond with kindness and patience will always leave a lasting impression. It transforms a moment of potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and peace. By doing so, you not only preserve your own dignity, but also model a higher way of living for those around you. Your mind is like a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds you plant. Just as a garden needs care and attention to flourish, so does your mind. If left unattended, negative thoughts like weeds of fear, doubt, and insecurity can quickly overtake the soil, choking out the growth of positivity and peace. But with mindful cultivation, you can transform your mental landscape into a vibrant, flourishing haven of strength and serenity. Imagine a gardener tending to their garden, carefully nurturing the flowers while vigilantly removing the weeds. The gardener knows that every weed, no matter how small, has the potential to spread and take root if not removed promptly. Similarly, negative thoughts, when allowed to linger, can grow stronger and more invasive, distorting your perception of reality. But just as the gardener doesn't let the weeds overtake the flowers, you too can recognize and uproot the harmful thoughts before they take hold. To cultivate a peaceful mind, it's essential to focus on planting positive, nourishing thoughts, thoughts of love, gratitude, and possibility. These thoughts, like seeds, will take root in your subconscious and grow into inner strength, resilience, and joy. By actively choosing thoughts that serve you, you're creating a fertile ground for your personal growth and well-being. Through mindfulness, you become more aware of the mental weeds that creep in. When a thought of fear or self-doubt arises, instead of allowing it to take root, you gently replace it with a positive, empowering thought. It's a process of refinement and constant attention, but over time, it becomes second nature. Your mind, like a well-tended garden, will begin to radiate peace, confidence, and clarity. So remember that every thought you nurture is a seed you plant in the garden of your mind. Take time each day to tend to it, removing the weeds and tending to the flowers. The more love and care you give your mind, the more beautiful and peaceful your inner world will become. Just like a garden in full bloom, your mind will reflect the beauty and strength that you've worked so diligently to cultivate. Fear and shame are powerful emotions that often have deep roots in our past experiences or our fear of judgment. These feelings can create invisible barriers that hold us back, keeping us stuck in cycles of self-doubt and hesitation. Yet, Buddhism offers us a profound insight. These emotions are not inherent truths, but rather constructs of the mind, illusions that we can learn to face and transcend. Consider how often we let fear dictate our actions, or how we shy away from situations because of a sense of shame that is not even ours to carry. These feelings may feel real in the moment, but they are often born from our perceptions, distorted by the stories we tell ourselves about our worth, our failures, and our fears. By acknowledging that these emotions are mental creations, we can begin to dissolve their power over us. Buddhism teaches that true freedom comes from embracing these emotions with awareness, without judgment, and without fear. As the Buddha said, even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely. This profound statement reminds us that fear of the unknown, fear of loss, or fear of judgment can be overcome by cultivating wisdom, compassion, and acceptance. When we learn to approach fear and shame with self-compassion, we begin to shift the narrative. Rather than letting these emotions control us, we learn to respond with courage. Instead of running from fear, we face it head-on, recognizing it as an opportunity for growth. Each time we confront our fears, we grow stronger, more resilient, and more empowered. Embrace the wisdom that lies within you. Understand that fear and shame do not define who you are, but merely reflect the areas in your life where you have yet to practice self-compassion and courage. With each step you take towards healing and acceptance, you break free from their hold, moving closer to a life of peace, wisdom, and boundless potential, transforming challenges into lessons. Life is full of moments that challenge us, whether they come from difficult people, situations, or even our own inner conflicts. But what if we could see these challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth? Every person we encounter, whether they bring kindness or frustration into our lives, can serve as a teacher. It's all about how we respond to these interactions. Instead of letting negative encounters dictate our emotions, we have the power to transform them into valuable lessons that shape our character. Consider a moment when someone's words or actions frustrate you. Instead of reacting with anger or resentment, pause for a moment and reflect. What can I learn from this situation? This simple question shifts our mindset from defensiveness to growth. In the midst of frustration, we gain insight into our own triggers that uncover hidden insecurities and recognize opportunities to practice patience, empathy, and self-awareness. The true power of personal growth lies in how we choose to respond, not in the actions of others. There is a profound story of a wise master who, after being insulted by one of his students, calmly responded with gratitude. "Thank you for helping me practice patience." This response is a powerful reminder that the ability to transform challenges into lessons comes from within. Rather than seeing the insult as a personal attack, the master viewed it as a chance to cultivate greater inner peace. Every difficult interaction can be a mirror, reflecting our own emotional state and giving us a chance to cultivate greater self-discipline. By embracing challenges with the mindset of a student, we open ourselves to learning not only about the world around us, but also about the strength and wisdom that lies within us. Unshakable ethics, a moral compass. In a world filled with uncertainty and change, our ethics serve as the steady foundation that keeps us grounded. Like the roots of a tree that stretch deep into the earth, our ethical values, rooted in kindness, honesty, and integrity, provide us with the strength to weather life's storms. They guide us in making decisions, helping us to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Without them, we are like a tree without roots, swaying aimlessly in the wind. Reflecting regularly on your values and principles helps you stay aligned with what truly matters. It's easy to be swept away by external pressures, to make decisions based on convenience, or to lose sight of what is right. But when we consistently return to our moral compass, we are reminded of who we are and what we stand for. This constant realignment brings a sense of peace and stability, ensuring that we make choices that resonate with our truest selves. For instance, choosing truth over convenience may sometimes seem like the harder path, but it is the one that builds lasting trust and cultivates inner peace. When you choose honesty, even in difficult situations, you create an unshakable foundation of integrity that others can rely on and that you can be proud of. Over time, this ethical strength becomes part of your very being, solidifying your character and giving you the resilience to face any challenge with confidence and grace. Living naturally, flowing with life. Nature has a profound way of teaching us about the impermanence of life. Just as the wind blows and the tree bends without breaking, we too can learn to flow with life's changes, embracing each moment as it comes. The trees do not resist the wind. They sway, they bend, they adapt. In the same way, we can navigate life's challenges with grace, understanding that nothing lasts forever, and change is a natural part of our journey. When we step outside and immerse ourselves in nature, we reconnect with this fundamental truth. Watch a river flowing smoothly, listen to the rustling leaves, or observe the changing sky. In these moments, we realize that life itself is a rhythm, a flow that we are all part of. To live naturally is to embrace the constant ebb and flow, to be present without trying to control or resist. A wise monk once compared the difficulties of life to passing clouds. No matter how dark or heavy the clouds may seem, they will eventually drift away, making room for the sun to shine once again. Life's challenges are much the same. They may feel overwhelming in the moment, but they too will pass. This understanding brings peace as we learn to ride the waves of change without fear or resistance, trusting that every storm will eventually clear, revealing new horizons. Gratitude, your inner shield. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform your perspective and shield you from life's hardships. When we focus on what we lack or what goes wrong, we allow ourselves to be consumed by negativity. But when we consciously turn our attention to what we're thankful for, even in the darkest of times, we find that light begins to shine through. Gratitude acts as a shield, protecting us from despair and helping us rise above life's challenges. Imagine a monk living through a famine, surrounded by scarcity and suffering. While others might have given in to despair, he chose a different path. Every day, he gave thanks to the land, not for its abundance, but for teaching him simplicity and self-reliance. In the absence of excess, he found peace. His gratitude transformed what could have been a time of suffering into one of profound spiritual growth. Gratitude shifts our focus. It teaches us to see the beauty in the smallest things, a warm cup of tea, the kindness of a stranger, the breath we take each morning. By practicing gratitude, we create space for joy, resilience, and inner strength. As we acknowledge the goodness in our lives, we discover that even the most difficult moments hold valuable lessons. Start by cultivating gratitude each day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how simple they may seem. You'll soon find that your perspective shifts and life begins to feel a little brighter, no matter what obstacles may arise. Gratitude becomes the lens through which we see the world, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth and deeper peace. Embodying Buddhist principles. By weaving these Buddhist teachings into the fabric of your daily life, you begin to cultivate a deep inner peace that is unshakable. No longer will the chaos of the outside world have the power to disrupt your serenity. Instead, you'll find yourself anchored in a calm, resilient state of mind, able to navigate any storm that comes your way with grace and strength. As you practice these principles, whether it's patience, gratitude, or the art of mindful reactions, you are actively shaping your inner world. Each moment of mindfulness, each breath of awareness, is a step closer to embodying the tranquility and wisdom that the Buddha spoke of. The true transformation begins within, and as your inner world strengthens, you'll notice that your outer world begins to reflect that peace. Now I want to hear from you. Which Buddhist principle spoke to your heart the most? Was it the power of gratitude, the strength of patience, or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's dive deeper into these transformative practices together. The journey to lasting peace starts with a single step. Let's take it together.